Yo, so lately for some weird reason, I've been oddly obsessed with hypotheticals.
Would you rather watch a tree grow or a Negro?
The other night, I'm up at 1 a.m. scrolling through Reddit, just looking at people debate over random hypotheticals. And then I wonder why I'm so tired for work the next day. But somewhere in that spiral, I asked myself the question, why don't nobody make hypotheticals for wrestling heads specifically like me? We got the would you rathers and the fantasy bookings, but we don't have the type of hypotheticals that I was seeing on Reddit that they like, the risk reward type of hypotheticals or the morality type. We don't have those type of hypotheticals, gang. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own. And that's the whole concept of this video today. Now, most of these are inspired by classic Reddit hypotheticals and moral internet dilemmas. I just reworked the question a little bit to fit wrestling scenarios specifically. But all right, man, let's get straight to it. Love yapping. Triple H calls you and he offers you a WWE contract that you can't turn down. Guaranteed money, the benefits, the whole package that comes with signing your life away basically to the company. Some life-changing shit for real, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing is though, your day one, your mans, the nigga that you came up with running the tag team scene on the indies did not get the call. They tell him they don't see nothing special in him and they just want you to come up. They try to get you to sign a contract that day without telling your best friend. What are y'all personally doing in this situation? Now, I'm not gonna lie, the little devil on my shoulder right now, and that little nigga tempted me to snake out my day one for the bag. I ain't gonna hold my dog, might just have to see the vision, no Seth Rollins. Might just have to keep grinding them VFW halls, big boy. You'll get yours one day. But nah, I'm fucking with y'all. On some real shit though, I can't snake out my day one. That's just some diabolical behavior right there. I'm not built for that. I was always taught that if it's a shared mission, you don't switch up on your mans for the solo win. So instead, I'm gonna try to negotiate both of us coming in on a package duo deal. You want one, you gotta get both, nigga. Buy one, get one free. Next question. This one's for my wrestling historians watching, alright? You go back in time during the middle of the Monday Night Wars as your 10-year-old self. I don't care if you weren't born during the Monday Night Wars, okay? Just imagine you going back in time as your 10-year-old self. But you get to keep all the wrestling knowledge that you have now, which I hope is a lot because you're gonna need it for this question, all right? You get one fix to save WCW from dying and winning the war. What are you fixing? Now, me personally, I already know what my fix gonna be. I am not giving Hulk Hogan or Kevin Nash any type of creative decision in my timeline. The politics that took place in WCW backstage is the biggest reason the company died, all right? And I know there's a multitude of reasons that led to them dying, but that is probably the biggest reason in my opinion.
You know, it's like, okay, all right, whatever, you know.
Your biggest star having that much pull on whether he loses or wins matches was ultimately going to kill your company from day one. Like the match against Sting at Starrcade, he should have lost that match, right? There was no way Goldberg should have lost his 173-0 streak to Kevin Nash of all people the way that he did. Meanwhile, you got dogs like Jericho, Benoit, Eddie, and Rey Mysterio all sitting on the sidelines waiting for their moment. Main event players, future main event players just waiting for their moment that they was never going to get to begin with because you got Hulk Hogan at the top, politicking everything. So you got a company that relies on the same 3 stars and they can't build new stars. It was so obvious that they were killing themselves from within. And then Bischoff bringing in Russo just made everything 10 times worse somehow. Like, how you manage to get a nigga from the ops who has the playbook and you still lose? Honestly, if you say getting rid of Bischoff as the president is your move, I couldn't even argue with you with that, bro. I just felt like the backstage politics was too much for this company to handle to begin with, and it caused a different war that wasn't with the WWF at the time, but with themselves. Next. Alright, this next one, man. You get to reach back in time and change one moment in wrestling history. It can be any moment that you want. If you want Santino to win the 2011 Royal Rumble and then go on to main event WrestleMania, damn, hold on, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. Simba, nigga, hold on. But the thing is, there's a catch with this question, or there's always a catch with these type of questions. As soon as you change your moment, there's one iconic moment. It could be any iconic moment. It gets erased completely from the wrestling archives. It's gone, forgotten, like it never happened to begin with. There's a chance that something like the Montreal Screwjob could be gone from the archives forever. And if there's no Montreal Screwjob, there's probably no Vince McMahon character that we got from the Attitude Era. And if there's no Vince McMahon evil boss character, then there's no Attitude Era. And if there's no attitude era, then nigga, the company ain't where it is today, and WCW just might be the best company in wrestling right now. That's what makes this scenario tough for me, because the return on investment for whatever I change has to be either equal to or greater than one iconic moment getting erased from history. I'm not gonna lie, when you look at the amount of iconic moments that we have, bro, there's only about 10% I could say if you were to change something in wrestling history, that's either equal to or greater than. 90% of the other moments cannot be replicated. If my odds is looking like 90 to 10, I don't like those odds at all. Like, I can go back and change one thing, right? And then the universe just decides that Austin 316 is the moment that's going to be erased completely from history. Like, don't get me wrong, there's stuff I would have loved to fix on my list. Like, I would have never had Punk lose his 434-day reign to Dwayne Johnson of all people a month before WrestleMania. I would have had Chris Jericho win at least one Money in the Bank briefcase, especially since he helped with the concept of the idea. But if the cost is another piece of company-changing history just disappearing forever, I think I'm gonna have to sit this one out, coach. Some stuff just too important to mess with, man. All right, now we got a money question, right? You get 250 stacks every time you step into the ring, but every match you have has a 1% chance that you leave with a career-ending injury. You don't know when it could be. It could be the first match. It could be the 50th match. After every match, you get the choice to either cash out with what you have or run it back and take another chance. I know a lot of y'all niggas like to gamble. Me personally, I'm a big gambler myself. I once came up $800 off blackjack on DraftKings. And then I lost all 800 in that same sitting, but that's besides the point. This one right here, I'm not gambling any type of money. I'm not taking this, I'm passing it. And the reason I'm passing is because your boy has dreams of actually becoming a professional wrestler. It's something I'm working towards right now, so 250 a pop is just not nearly enough for me to risk my dream over when I could possibly make more in my career. Let's just say hypothetically you take one match, cash your $250,000, boom, now you're injured. Career is over before it even started, all because you wanted a quick come up of 250,000. Now you bump that number up to like $1 million or something, nah, that's a different conversation. We could talk some numbers now. Now this next one is a morality test, alright? We're gonna see how evil some of you niggas really is. You end up with some crazy footage that would completely wreck the reputation of your all-time favorite wrestler. I'm talking about your actual GOAT. The one that got you hooked on this whole sport as a kid to begin with. You drop the footage, you're now the reason your GOAT's legacy is forever tainted. You sit on it though? You live knowing you're the only one that knows your GOAT's secrets of his bad doings. Now my personal GOAT is Kane. And if I found out that Kane did or said some genuinely wild stuff way back when, like saying the N-word, I'm not go past with that, man. He entertained my childhood too much for him to get canceled over saying the N-word. That shit staying between me and the hard drive. My GOAT get a pass or two from me. I don't care what y'all say, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can call me a bad person all you want, but we not having another Hulk Hogan situation over here on my watch with my GOAT. Absolutely not. But if we talking about something crazy now, like something you can't defend no matter what, like being an EVP, that's a whole different conversation, my boy. Them chat logs have to get dropped expeditiously. But hold on though, I just thought of something. Low key could be a quick come up for some of you niggas. Rock with me real quick. You could obtain the footage and then send the footage over to your GOAT and then blackmail this nigga into giving you $1 million. Or you would drop the footage and ruin his legacy forever.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Oh my God, boom. Instant millionaire strategy overnight leaked. By the way, I'm joking. I know some of you niggas take shit too serious sometimes. But I guess to me, it just depends on the severity of the situation. Like, it don't have to be a bad situation, right? It could just be a nigga coming out on some zesty shit. You know what I'm saying? He could be on some zesty shit. All right, next question. Front row seat to every major wrestling show for the rest of your life? Or wrestle one match against literally anybody in wrestling history, your pick? Now, this one kind of tough for me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Because I actually got a little taste of the live experience for the first time in my life. Popped out to the Big East Rutherford for SummerSlam 2025. And man, when I say the energy in person, compared to watching it on a big screen with 8 speakers on max volume, it's not even close. It feels like one big family collectively losing their minds together, honestly, bro. I would pay an arm and a leg to attend a WrestleMania live. Let's make that happen. But even with all that said, I'm still taking a match. I mean, come on, this is obvious, bro. A match will live on in history forever. Even if the bitch 10 seconds long, which honestly is probably even better. I'm getting in that ring, and it's gonna shock a lot of y'all, but the person I want to stand across from me in that ring is none other than Brock Lesnar. I don't know why, but it has always been a dream of mine to step in the ring with Brock Lesnar. No, it's not an early death wish. Your boy really just want to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if I leave with 2 concussions and a broken arm and a missing foot. That's a story I get to tell my grandkids for the rest of my life. All niggas didn't go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. I did. That is assuming, of course, I walk out the building alive after facing him. Next question. $500,000 cash in your hand right now, no strings attached, or a box that lets you relive every single wrestling moment that you remember exactly how it felt the first time. Now, this one is kind of hard to me, I'm not gonna lie, because $500K handle rate obviously could be generational type of money, but I'm gonna have to take the box. And that might be kind of crazy, but I got to. Imagine being able to go back and rewatch every moment that you remember watching live, getting that in the moment shocked feeling that you had again. Like, imagine watching Edge come back at the Royal Rumble for the first time again, right? Imagine watching John Cena turn heel. What I would give to have that feeling again of watching CM Punk come back at War Games, not knowing what was about to happen. I've genuinely never been more shocked at a wrestling moment in my life. That feeling just don't come with a price tag on it. And something like this just one of them. Drop y'all craziest hypotheticals down below in the comments. If y'all pull up with enough good ones, I'm gonna run a part 2 of it, it's okay. And if y'all wanna see me drop some crazy, wild, hot takes, watch this video right here, or right here, or right here, wherever it's gonna be at. I don't know, just one of these 4 corners. And the VoX quote of the day.
What's the Mbappe special?
For example, nothing.
Voice out.
I cannot stop jacking my dick. I be jacking it. I cannot stop jacking my dick. I be jacking it. I cannot stop jacking my dick. I be jacking it. I cannot stop jacking my